It's for somebody special. Yeah. Can't wait it out tonight.
Well, hey there, beautiful. Welcome to Dr. Sarah's Café. This is a video for attracting or creating, generating more love and romance in your life. This can be any area of your life, and it includes relationships, partnerships, marriages, dates, all the fun things, as well as friends, your passion projects, and just romancing your everyday life. I would love to say that it's purely coincidence that I'm publishing this right around cuffing season, but it's not. I personally have never participated in cuffing season, but I have been interested or curious about it ever since I heard what it was. And so I have no specific agenda. I just set the intention that this be a reading with a message, a very clear, relevant message about bringing in greater love and romance into our lives, regardless of your relationship status, regardless of whether or not you're single, dating, married, happily divorced. So we're gonna just see what cards fall out, see what message comes through. I have been starting with the Oracle cards, but today I feel called to start with Tarot. So we'll save Oracle cards for the end. And I want to start with the Gold Liar tarot deck here. Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck. This is the first video I've done specifically dedicated to love and romance, especially of the tarot and oracle messages. It's not a primary theme for my channel, but I think it's a relevant part of life. I think it's a joyous part of life. And so, yeah, I felt like it was time. We're also starting Libra season. Libra is the sign that rules relationships in the zodiac. If you're curious about the role of astrology in attracting partnership and romance and love, you want to look at Venus in your birth chart, see where it's located in your birth chart, what other planets it's connecting to or making aspects with. And then you also want to look at your seventh house. Your seventh house, the sign that rules your seventh house, any planets that are in your seventh house. All right, let's see what's the very first card that wants to come through. The very first card that comes through is going to set the tone for the entire message. Let's see what we have for bringing in, generating, finding, attracting greater love and romance in our lives for the collective of beautiful individuals who are watching. Also, I'll just say I am not a relationship guru. In fact, I am hoping that some of the messages that come through apply to me as well. So let's see what we have. It's out. First card. First card is dun, 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 the Seven of Cups. Such an interesting start. The Seven of Cups has a few different meanings, and when it comes to relationships, it is relationships and love and romance is ruled by cups, ruled by the suit of cups. What's coming through here is needing to get clear on what you really want. Clarity on what you really want. Clarity on what you really want. The Seven of Cups can also indicate options and choices, but the more options and choices you have, the more clear you have to be about what you want. Also, for some of you, there's a lack of acknowledgement about the choices you have, the options, the opportunities, and some of you are not making choices. Some of you are keeping your options open. I wonder if that's a pro or a con in this dynamic. But keeping your options open, keeping the lines of communication open in all these different directions is scattering your energy, and it might actually be weakening your signal for the right person, right? Like if you're sending out a signal that your ideal match resonates with or sees or vibrates with, it's like you're dampening that signal or dimming the signal or weakening the resonance by having your energy scattered across all these different people. That's one way that the Seven of Cups comes through. But again, I think the primary message with this initial card is having clarity, having really clear vision of the kind of relationship you want, the kind of romance you want, the kind of lifestyle you want, okay? Because the kind of lifestyle that you dream of is going to determine the kind of partner, the kind of friends, the kind of job, the places you live, all the things. And so this is all about having that vision for yourself and being able to sense intuitively and having the emotional awareness. Once you tap into that vision emotionally, it becomes clear to you what places don't align with that emotion, what people don't align with that emotion of your vision. The Seven of Cups is also a card of illusions and fantasies and sort of being in a fog, not seeing things clearly, right? Sort of being lost in your emotions, being overwhelmed by your emotions, feeling emotional overwhelm. And so if, for others of you where it's not about options or choices, it's the idea of dating or the idea of putting yourself out there gives you a sense of emotional overwhelm that, you know, maybe focusing in on something specific would help to relieve some of that sense of overwhelm. For some of you, you need a palate cleanse. A palate cleanse is like you've been sipping and sampling lots of different flavors, lots of different beverages or options or blends. And after so many, they all start to taste the same. It becomes harder to distinguish between all of them, right? And so needing to cleanse your palate a little bit so that you, again, that signal that your sharpness of perception is heightened or increased. That's a lot from that one card. The bottom of the deck with that is the King of Cups. King of Cups could be a water sign person, water sign masculine, or a water sign who's in their masculine energy. That would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be a specific person though. It can just be the energy of emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. So I imagine many people looking for love and romance are seeking partners, people, dynamics with other emotionally mature people, other emotionally available people, people who are not afraid to feel things and express things, and who know how to feel deeply without being consumed or, again, overwhelmed by their emotions. So developing that emotional strength. This would be an emotionally strong person who doesn't get lost in the fog of their emotions, but is able to know what they feel what they feel, and yet still be directing the ship, if that makes sense. Okay, let's give a few more cards. I don't know how long this reading is going to be. I'm just going to go until it feels like the message is complete. What else can you tell us about bringing in more love and romance in our lives for the collective of beautiful souls who are watching? Makes sense. Look what's at the bottom of the deck now. Queen of Cups. So the first card came out, we had the King of Cups. Second card came out, we have the Queen of Cups. So King and Queen of Cups could be a perfect pair, regardless of gender. And it's just one is a more masculine expression, one's a more feminine expression, or it's the balance of masculine and feminine within yourself, which we all need, which everyone of every gender needs to balance their own masculine and feminine energy. And the card that fell out, the Two of Wands. Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is prospecting. This came out in another reading that I've done in September, but it's putting out your bat signal and seeing who responds. It's looking out for shopping for apartments, looking for a new place to live, looking for a new pair of shoes. It is the active search. It is broadening your horizons. It's, oh, I have the inspiration to feel and experience love and romance in my life. Let me start to put some feelers out there. Let me start to survey the land, survey the landscape, survey my options. And The thing about the Two of Wands is that it requires mirroring, and it requires authenticity, in the sense that in order to find that perfect match, pair, partner, reflection, complement, etc., your signal has to be really strong, and your discernment, your clarity, again, about what you want has to be really clear, really sharp, so that you in your alignment align with the people, the places, the situations that are meant for you. The Two of Wands, all the twos, can represent partnership in some way, but the Two of Wands in particular, sometimes it's an entrepreneurial partnership. And so this could be connecting with someone that you share a similar vision with. So not just someone you like to spend time with, but both of you might have a similar vision for your life. And that's part of the attraction. That's part of the draw, is that you're equally passionate, or you share similar passions with each other, and you see kindred spirits within each other. Okay. The Two of Wands is also a threshold card and a card of future planning. It's also a card of affluence. Not really getting that piece as much, but in terms of the threshold and the future planning, this is also about aligning your life for the possibility and the potential of partnership. It's like creating spaces in your day, creating spaces in your schedule, in your calendar, in your life, to encounter, to come across that person or that situation that for you represents love and romance. And as I mentioned, the Queen of Cups is all the same things apply that I mentioned for the King of Cups. However, the Queen of Cups is a little more nurturing, a little more motherly, a little bit more intuitive, and a little bit more psychic. The King of Cups is also very intuitive and psychic, but the Queen of Cups especially is very intuitive. So needing to get well acquainted with your intuition as you're dating people or talking to people or making moves in your life to create a sense of love and romance, as you are preparing to take your existing relationship to the next level, using your intuition to discern, like, what's next for us? Where is this going? Where is this heading? Right? I like it. Let's keep going. I have no idea if my existing subscribers are going to be into a video like this. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, Four of Swords. Okay. Seven of Wands with the Two of Wands means that there's a Five of Wands at play, meaning some tension, some dynamic tension. Dynamic tension can be gritty like sandpaper, but it could also be exciting like butterflies. So you will know. A Five of Wands can be like, oh my gosh, like my heart flutters when I see this person and my palms get sweaty. Like that could be internal Five of Wands, but external Five of Wands could be someone being petty or just being like playing devil's advocate, trying to get under your skin. Hopefully it's not the latter. The Seven of Wands just on its own though is a card of slightly defensive, but maybe in a good way. It's about knowing your worth. It's about having your standards high and not lowering them. That's really what I'm getting with this Seven of Wands. And there could be, with all these options and choices, you have two sevens. With all these options and choices, we have to remember to maintain our own sense of sovereignty and not apologize for our standards, not feel like we have to explain why we're not choosing certain people. Even if you're in an existing relationship, the Seven of Wands is maintaining that same standard of respect and affection and care and concern that attracted you to that person in the first place, right? Or that brought the two of you together in the first place. It's protecting that, defending that, So whether you're protecting or defending an existing relationship, or just protecting and defending your own value and your own boundaries in relationships or in dating and prospecting and looking for a person. The Seven of Wands is saying, I know what I want now. I've gotten that clarity, and I'm not going to apologize for what I want, right? So no matter who tries to offer me less, no matter who tries to get me to lower my standards, I'm good. I'm good. 2 sevens, though. I wanted to mention the 2 sevens could represent news. So just put that out there. Let's get one more before we start to clarify. Let's get one more card for achieving greater love and romance in our lives. Okay, 2. I asked for 1, we get 2. This is a very sobering love and romance reading. It's not the 10 of Cups and the Lovers and the Sun and the Star and the 2 of Cups and the 6 of, all those airy-fairy tarot cards that we love to get. But that's okay, because we are about doing the real work to make our lives the beautiful visions that we imagine. We get the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. The 8 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. Be careful how you talk about love and romance. For some of you, your conversation about love and romance, or your conversation with the people that you love, the people you're dating, the people you're married to, is coming from a place of lack or a place of low self-esteem or self-worth. The 5 of Pentacles is my low self-esteem card. It is also a card of financial struggles, and it can even be a card of decreased health or health issues. So basically it's not a happy, healthy card. It's quite the opposite. And the 8 of Wands is a card of conversations and communication. It's also a card of alignment. And so you are going to align with and attract and bring in your own vibration. And so that includes, part of your vibration is how you talk, how you speak about things. So are you down on love? Like Mary J. Blige says with her song, Be Without You, Be Without Me, something like that. She's like, if you're down on love and don't believe, this ain't for you. And so I'm getting that here. If you're down on love and don't believe, this ain't for you. And so there could be people in your life, if it's not you who's speaking like that, like be cautious of other people who are trying to rip off your rose-colored glasses, trying to bring you back down to earth and say, people who are trying to convince you to lower your standards, basically, with the 7 of Wands. And then from the 7 to the 8, we have that Ace. And from the 2 to the 8, we have the 6. Okay. So someone else might be speaking in your ear. Someone else might be planting seeds of doubt in your ear, but it's coming for them from their own sense of lack, or their own down and out struggles in any way, and them projecting that and wanting you to see the world through that same lens. Okay, I'm feeling called to the Oracle now. Let's get some Oracle cards. Okay. What additional messages do you have for the collective of beautiful souls watching who seek to attract or bring in or create greater love and romance in their life? I will say I was preparing this deck before the reading, and the card that fell out was shame. So some of us have struggled with the energy of love and romance because we have been made to feel ashamed about it. Oh, it's a good one. Not the card I was expecting. The card at the bottom of the deck makes sense, so I'll use that one as well. The card that fell out is self-sabotage. That's that Five of Pentacles energy. And the card at the bottom of the deck is naked. Naked basically means vulnerability, having the courage to be seen, having the courage to show up as your authentic self, removing the veil, removing the mask, not hiding. Having the courage to show up and be seen, and having the courage to say how you really feel. Bearing your heart to the person. And that, for a lot of people, would be an unlock, especially if you've already met that person. Maybe the next thing to unlock greater intimacy or love and romance with that person is to be willing to say, I love you. Or if you haven't met that person, or if you're thinking maybe this could be the person, maybe it's the vulnerability to say, hey, I know we don't know each other very well, but I'd like to get to know you. Just saying. Now, with this self-sabotage, we have to address this. The self-sabotage card, this is the African Goddess Rising deck by Abiola Abrams. The thing about this energy is you beat yourself up. You tell yourself it's not possible. It's very, very much tied into this Five of Pentacles energy. You might even tell yourself there are no good men or women, or people say there are plenty of fish in the sea, and you're the kind of person who says, yeah, but there's pee in the sea. There's pee in the swimming pool, in the dating pool, right? So many ways that self-sabotage could come out, but a lot of it stems from your own self-beliefs about you, who you are, and what's possible for you, and not even giving yourself a chance, or taking yourself out of the game before you even have a chance to play or to win the game, quote unquote. Taking yourself out of the running because you believe or think that you couldn't possibly win, or you couldn't possibly keep up, So what are the things you're telling yourself that are out of alignment with your desire for greater love and romance? Do I want to clarify anything? I do kind of want to clarify this Eight of Wands and this Five of Pentacles. I'm going to use the Michelle Knight Waite tarot deck. Tell me about this Eight of Wands and Five of Pentacles, please. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Cups again. The Seven of Cups again. Seven of Cups again. So a reminder, double emphasis of the overall theme being the Seven of Cups. The card that fell out is the Four of Pentacles. Someone is playing their cards really, really close to their chest and not giving up anything. It's almost like withholding your emotions, withholding your true feelings, withholding your thoughts, not communicating. So for some of you, there's a lack of communication. If you're already in a relationship, it's suffering from a lack of communication, and someone has to be willing to open up. Someone has to be willing to say, we need to talk. We need to improve our communication here. Now, for in general, though, I will say, you see her posture? This is a good way to describe it. You see her posture? Does she look like she's open to love and romance? No. And so that's the posture, energetically speaking. Energetically speaking, that is the posture that some of us have when it comes to experiencing and receiving love and romance. It's like, no, don't talk to me. Don't touch me. So open up. All right, my dears, I hope that this has helped you in some way to refill your spiritual cup and tap into all the abundant love and romance there is to experience in life. If any of this resonates or if you were entertained in some way, be sure to hit the like button, and I hope to see you in another video.